If you talk to any country music fans in Arizona, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who does not know the band Mogollon. Mogollon began in Heber Overgaard back in 1979 when local boy George Brunson gathered a bunch of high school friends and started a band.
Bill Leverton is out on the Arizona road with a band called Mogollon.
12 years ago when I first met these guys, back then, they almost weren't old enough to drink milk.
I moved up to Overgaard in 1977, and shortly after I moved up there, like a month later, Dwayne's family moved up there. And Dave moved up, I think, in 76 or 75.
About 77.
The same year? And Dave and his cousin Ken, who was another original guy, Dave's family had the store Miller's Market. And so we would sit out front and play. And we started hanging out with Dwayne, started hanging out with us. I started teaching Dwayne guitar. The first song Dwayne ever learned was Take It Easy in my room in my house. And he was like to learn Take It Easy. And but it was pretty bad. But Dwayne knew like 3 songs.
When George found Dwayne Moore, he knew he had found gold. Dwayne was the perfect frontman and entertainer. Along with George and Dwayne, the original members included David Miller, Jeff Hammond, and Ken McLaughlin. So, you may wonder how they came up with the name Mogollon.
And then I wanted to name the band the Mogollon Monsters, and they're like, and then you guys like, how about just Mogollon? Okay.
That was quick. It was fast. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we're a Mogollon, and nobody could spell it wherever we went. No one could spell it. We were the Mongolians. We were the Mangolonians. We were all these different things. And we have videos of us backing up to signs and changing the letters.
On the marquee.
On the marquee. No.
One day on the school bus, the guys heard their first original song on the radio.
So we are in high school, and in like 1979, and we recorded, Dwayne and I wrote this stupid song called Ride High Honey. And we write this song, and I think, what was the words? Ride high honey, and you spend my money, you pull my chain, and it might sound funny. Da-da. We were riding on the school bus, going from Overgaard to Snowflake.
Snowflake High School. Lobos.
Lobos, we're proud of you. Riding along, and we're listening to KDJI radio out of Holbrook. And all of a sudden, our song comes on the radio. And we're on the school bus, and we're jumping up. What? We're all over the school bus. We're like, yeah, we're all jumping up and down and everything. And Mom is going, sit down, or I'll kick you off this bus. And we're like, we don't care. We're famous. And it was the greatest moment of our lives. And it's still, that still to me is the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah.
And
The band played all over the White Mountains, and after high school, they were encouraged to move to the Phoenix area by Larry Daniels and Buddy Allen Owens of KNIX Radio. KNIX was an early supporter of the group Mogollon. So the band moved to Phoenix to, quote, make it big.
You graduated in 82.
From high school in 82, and then we all went down to Phoenix to make it big.
Yeah. And then Layback Lenny Roberts from KNIX Radio comes up and does like a thing, and he says, you guys need to come to Phoenix. So we went to Phoenix, and remember we stayed at his house.
We stayed at his house.
Yeah, and he took us all around to all these different places, and we saw J. David Sloan, and we saw all these different people. We're like, wow. And so we came down to Phoenix, and we got a job at Pinnacle Peak Patio.
Yep.
We got a lot of interested record companies. They're interested, but they're not that interested.
Not yet. Yeah. They will be as soon as they hear our album, I think.
Yeah, they're interested now.
I lived the life of a hired hand.
During the subsequent years, some of the band members changed. The band's success really took off in the 1990s. They received numerous awards, including Best Country Band by the Arizona Republic, Best of Phoenix by the New Times, the Arizona Entertainers of the Year Award, and won the Marlboro Country Talent Roundup.
1986, we were blessed to do the Marlboro Country Music Talent Roundup, and we got to open up for Merle Haggard, Ricky Skaggs, and Hank Jr. in the Coliseum. I don't know if we won the contest because of this or because it was more of a circus act, but turn the guitar with us, right? Damn it. Don't do that, dude. Back up.
The group opened for hundreds of national country bands and entertainers and were sponsored by Budweiser for many years. As you can imagine, when the band embarked on their many tours, both in Arizona and internationally, they experienced numerous adventures, some good and some maybe a little sketchy, like the time they met Willie Nelson in Cabo.
In Cabo San Lucas, and we're opening for Willie Nelson, right, for Texas Roadhouse, and we're standing right backstage watching his show from the behind the stage, you know. And at the end, Willie comes up to us and he goes, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to hang out with you guys tonight, so I got this carpal tunnel thing going." We're like, "Okay," like nobody ever wants to hang out with us. And so he goes, "But here, I got you something." He hands us these cigar tubes. And a little bit later, Dwayne goes over, "Hey, man, you want to smoke your cigar from Willie?" And I go, "Oh, I think I will." And I poured it out, and it was like, joints, you know. I'm like, "What are we going to do with these?" And Dwayne goes, "If Willie Nelson gives you this, you smoke it." So we go down by the beach. Dwayne goes, "Follow me, little brother." Like he's Mr. Know-It-All. We don't smoke pot.
We can make a world of difference.
In 2017, Dwayne Moore wrote and produced the theme song for Sister Cities International, a cause that he and the band have supported for over 20 years through the Tempe Sister Cities program. We all were certainly devastated to lose Dwayne Moore last year. Dwayne was the heart of the band. Everyone has a story about how Dwayne touched their lives. He is remembered as being a generous and caring man. He would bring people on stage on their birthdays, shake hands, celebrate their weddings and other special occasions.
If you ask any one of these hundreds of people,
I'm going to miss him a lot. He was a sweetheart.
They'll tell you that Dwayne Moore was their friend. Moore, the singer, songwriter, guitar, and fiddle player behind Arizona country rock band Mogollon, had a way of making everyone around him feel special. Moore's legacy lives on, leaving a mark through his music and through the thousands of lives he's touched.
Do you remember when we used to say sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
In 2022, the band retired the name Mogollon, but their songs still live on. In recognition of their contribution to the music history of Arizona, we are honored to induct the band Mogollon into the Arizona Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame.